How you doing today? I'm Mark Brennan from jamplay.com. Great to have you back on my basic electric guitar series for you. Today we got lesson 15. We're going to get back to some basics. We're going to talk about the key of G major. We're going to learn G major in the first position. And we're going to learn some melodies and some exercises for you to get your hands on G major for you. So let's go with a clean tone today, maybe a little chorus to sweeten up the tone. And we will get started in a moment. Thanks. Okay, G major, let's get started. Now, as you recall in the C major lesson, we talked about the construction of a major scale. What we did was we went up one string to visualize the whole steps and half steps. So we can do the same thing with G. Okay, you know you have G on the low E string 3rd fret. So if you remember the construction of a major scale, we start with a whole step to A, then we have another whole step. Now this is our first half step to C. Okay. Then we have a series of 3 more whole steps. D, whole step to E. Okay, now we have a whole step to F sharp. Okay, so now we have a chromatic note in the scale, if you will, the F sharp. And then that final half step to the root tonic note G. Okay, so G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, so the key signature, which is the notation at the beginning of the standard staff to tell you what key you're in, is 1 sharp. You'll see it on your supplemental music, the 1 sharp on the staff. It's on the F sharp line, so that indicates that every F is sharp. In the key of G, every F is sharp. Okay, so going to have some different fingerings and just really 2 different places to play the F sharp you're going to have to learn. Okay, so we'll start with the low G. Now we're in the first position. Index is over the 1st fret. There's our G with our ring finger. Now again, the fingerings are the same as the fret numbers again since we're in the 1st fret. Next note is A, open A. Then we have B. There's our half step to C. Okay, whole step to D. Whole step to E. Now we need 1 more whole step. So we're not going to play F like we played in the key of C major. We have F sharp. Okay, so you remember F being on the 3rd fret, the 4th string. F sharp is a half step up. And we're going to use our pinky. Okay, since it's on the 4th fret, go ahead and give your pinky some work and play that F sharp with your pinky. Then we're back to the tonic note, the open 3rd string G. Okay, now let's play another octave. Whole step to A, whole step to the open B, then half step to C. Then we have the D, whole step to open E, whole step to F sharp. Okay, now not F natural, F sharp. Use your middle finger, 2nd fret, and then half step to G. Okay, so there it is. Now let's play it in half notes, ascending and descending. Okay? So let's do it without a metronome. We'll do it about here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half notes, G, A, B, half step to C, D, E. Now reach with your pinky for that F sharp. Open G, A, B, half step to C, D, E, whole step to F sharp, and then that final half step to G. Whole note, and then we'll descend half notes. Down to F sharp, E, D, C, D, A. Now, prepare your pinky. Reach for it. Now I'm going to add the lower notes. Down to the F sharp, the low F sharp, low E, and then we'll finish on the tonic note. Okay, so brief mention about hand position again. We're going to use our pinky, so let's get the hand around. This is not good. Okay? If you're just using your index and ring finger and your middle finger, you can probably get away with this. But the pinkies, you see it's way out of position here. Okay, so for me to get in position to play the F sharp, I need to get the hand around like this. Not like this, or like this. So then I can make nice smooth connection to the F sharp with my pinky. That second finger to fourth finger stretch for a lot of people is uncomfortable at first. You might want to play just the E and F sharp back and forth like that for a while just to get the feel of it. Get the feel of using your pinky and stretching out and checking out your hand position. Okay? You can't play it like this. You don't want to be doing this. You don't want to be bopping your hand back and forth. You want to try to keep your hand steady. Just move the fingers. There I'm playing D, E, F sharp. There's the open G. Okay, so practice the scale in half notes, memorize it, and then again, be creative, experiment with it, try to make up your own little melodies. Just get the feel of how it sounds. Start out by playing a G chord, just to get the key sound. That's your number one note, as we'll see, or your number one chord, as we will see in the next lesson. But play the G chord first, and then play the scale. Okay. All right, so let's stop now. You work on that scale, get it memorized. We'll come back and we'll do an exercise in thirds to help you get the scale a little better under your fingers and to improve your technique. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. G major. Now, as you recall in our C major lesson, we played the scale in thirds. So I thought we'd do that again, just to get a little more technical with it, get a little better feel of the scale. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start with the root note and we'll go up to 3, or the third scale tone. Then we'll back down to the note that we skipped. That's basically the pattern. You go up a third, down a step, and then up a third, down a step. It's a good finger exercise too. Reach for that F sharp. Now you got the E. Now keep the pinky hovering because you go right back to the F sharp. Open B, open G, and open B there. There's your A, your C. Now this is your third finger, second finger. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach for the A and then finish with the G. Okay, descending. Again, these are in half notes, nice and steady. Use the metronome if you can't keep it steady on your own. There's the F sharp. Reach for that F sharp. Now we're going to use the lower notes. There's the low F sharp with 2, then we'll finish off with E, F sharp, and G. Finish with a G chord. Okay? Let's do it one more time, maybe a little faster. Let's get a tempo going here. Here's 105. 1, 2, ready, and... Nice and steady. Reach for that F sharp with your pinky. F sharp with 2. There's the A. Oh, sorry. Now we reach for the A. Now we'll descend. Reach for that F sharp. There's the E. Again, the F sharp. Go down the little notes. Okay, so you can work with the tempo. You can speed it up a little bit if you like. Okay, but that's a good finger exercise. Try to find a tempo you can do it in quarter notes. When we back down to about 92. Okay, now with quarter notes. Same thing, a little faster. Reach for the A with your pinky, G whole note, and descend. Once you get comfortable with this, you can speed it up. Okay, so that was that exercise in thirds with quarter notes, and I did it for you at 92. Okay, so get that going. We'll come back and we'll learn a little Bach melody for you. Okay, hi, I'm Mark Brennan for jamplay.com. We're working in G major in the first position. Now I thought I'd teach you a little melody, real familiar Bach minuet. I'm sure this melody will sound a little familiar with you. Now, what we're going to do, instead of just playing a single note melody, I thought we'd ramp it up a little bit and we'll add some chord tones to imply harmonies and make it sound a little more musical. Be a little more technically challenging for you, but common progression with this type of thing, I think. I think you're probably good enough that you can attempt this. Okay, so if you want to, you can eliminate the harmony notes to start. Okay, so if you look at the music, that would mean any of the multiple notes, the double and the triple notes, just play the top note, and that's the melody. Okay, so say I was going to do that. It would sound like this. You would have the D, and then those eighth notes. Okay, so see, that's the first two bars without the harmonies. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll throw in these extra notes to imply harmonies. Okay, and let these harmony notes ring as long as they can. Even though the notation doesn't indicate their full duration, just let the notes ring as long as you can. And then just proceed on like that. Just let the whole thing ring out clean. Okay, so you see how we can operate with this. If you don't think you can handle the harmonies, whether it be a pick control issue or particular problems with your left hand, just go ahead and try the melody first and then add in the harmony notes later. With music like this, that's how I suggest it to students. I think that's a good way to do it. Okay, on to bar 3. Now we have that 3-note C chord. Okay, we looked at that in a previous lesson. Don't forget the F sharp, and then we have a little 3-note G chord there. Okay, now we have the A and the C together here, so you're going to have to put your index down, first fret, second string, and then your middle finger, second fret, third string. Now, see if you can hold on to that A for a little while, like that. You can leave it down the whole time if you like. Okay, and then you have the open G and B. Now I'm going to play the A and the F sharp together. Okay, probably should use my pinky on that. Now I'm going to play the B on the 4th fret of the 3rd string in this instance, so I can pick the 2 notes together with one stroke of the pick. Okay. Okay, now the next segment is just like the beginning. C chord. There's the G chord. Or a little A minor. Now there we have the A and the D together. And then finish by playing the G, D, G, and let the whole thing ring out if you can. Okay, not too difficult, pretty melody. Try to play it with conviction, with feeling. Get a nice warm tone in your guitar. Maybe try it with a touch of chorus. Definitely a little reverb too. Reverb will make it sound great. chorus will give it a little fatter, a little more shimmering tone. Okay, we're going to perform the Bach Minuet for you, and we're going to do it at 3 different speeds, and then we're going to do it without the harmonies and with the harmonies, just to give you some practice to guide you along. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. We're going to start at 60 beats per minute on the metronome. Set your metronome to 3 beats per bar, the beat to 3, so it'll accent on 1. And we'll do it without the harmonies first, nice and slow. Count down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so without harmonies. Keep it steady though. Even though it's slow, keep it steady. And let it ring out. Now let's stay with 60, and we'll try with the harmonies. 1, 2 with harmonies. Let the harmony notes ring as much as they can. Sounds good. Play the B on the 4th fret, 3rd string there. Be musical. Okay. Good starting point, 60 beats per minute. Now let's kick it up a notch. Okay, now we're at 80. Okay. Okay, without harmonies. 2 and again, keep it steady. Now with harmonies. 1, 2, 3. Okay, nice piece. It's a classic. It's a real staple of the classical guitar repertoire. There's a beautiful classical arrangement of this. It's a bit more advanced, as you might imagine, though. Okay, now, if you want to gradually work up to the target tempo, that's fine. But to get a nice feel of the performance, I like 110. Okay, without harmonies. 1, 2, 3. Again, steady. with harmonies. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Bach Minuet in G, 3 different tempos. Have fun with that. And let's take a little break and we'll come back with a wrap up and a look forward. Okay, welcome back. You're on jamplay.com. I'm Mark Brennan. Hope you enjoyed our lesson in G major. There was some logic to that choice. If you're familiar with the circle of fifths, maybe you ought to check out the circle of fifths, but it's the first key around the clockwise direction of the circle of fifths. C's up at top. C has no sharps, no flats. G is the first key with 1 sharp. Okay, so what we'll do going forward is I think I would like to start looking at some minor keys, maybe the relative minor keys to C and G major, but we have the key of D, the key of A, the key of E, the key of B. This is all going up a fifth. They add 1 sharp as you go around the circle of fifths. They all have different notes and different chords are involved. So kind of showing you the chords in the major scales in kind of a logical order here. Okay, so enjoy G major. Hope you enjoyed the Bach Minuet. And then we'll look forward to our next lesson. We're going to stay in the key of G, and we're going to look at the chords. We're going to look at different chord pairs in the key of G and chord progressions, and I'm going to start getting a little more involved with the strumming. So that'll be fun. We'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.